Well, Kendrick, you ended up being right. Can't go down 30 points in the first quarter, then come back and expect to win the game. And Shams,
well, you know what?
Shams,
I'm give Mavericks credit.
Shams,
Yeah.
already in the comments. Here we go with one. This game was on your dumb head coach kid. Kid lost this game. You let Harden get so many layups.
I mean, they're not wrong in a sense. They're not wrong.
They're not wrong. They're not right either because you have to pick your poison. First off, Luka already had 5 fouls. That's one. So he couldn't go over there and guard him. You had your best defender on him, and PJ Washington. That's one. And okay, hold on.
The thing is, you should have. In the closing moments, there was no reason for Derek Lively to be on the bench after you seen the first 1 or 2 floaters from Harden. You should have at least put a paint presence in, which would have been Lively, and lived with whatever came with it.
Okay, well, if you put Lively on the floor, the reason why Lively wasn't on the floor is because I told you what I said at halftime. I said you're gonna have to put PJ Washington on what's the name? And
that's fine. You still gonna have Luka, Kai, PJ Washington, Derrick Jones Jr., and Lively.
Right, but Maxey is the person that you want to put on Paul George.
He got cooked.
It wasn't him who got cooked on the play. It was actually Derrick Jones Jr. who got cooked on the play.
No,
because they got the switch.
On all those photos, I just went back and watched them. It was Maxey. It was Maxey.
That's interesting. That's lovely.
What is the Kendrick?
I love all of y'all comments. Both of y'all comments and your passion for this basketball game. Dallas Mavericks aren't ready for prime time. They just
you mean Sunday at 2:30?
ABC apparently.
You put it that way. We did. When we was playing on Bally's, the 2 games we had on Bally's, we did win. So you might be on the something.
Oh, well, I got news for you all. If you talk about the finals, if all the finals are going to be on ABC, so
damn,
it defeats that purpose.
They're done at 2:30 in the afternoon, though.
It don't matter. Nighttime, 12 in midnight, whatever. They ain't ready for like something. I'm gonna listen. Yeah, all you guys' points are valid. And respect to all your points. I agree with all your points. There's no wrong points between you all, you Walt and you, Sham.
Sham's not wrong. Sham not wrong.
But understand something. This game was lost in the first quarter. Listen to me, Mavs fan. Once again, you have lost 2 games in 2 quarters to this team. You came out and you were at least 30 ball, 39-16. That was your first quarter. That was the first quarter. The other quarters, you outscored the Clippers 33-27 in the second, 29-16, and you only lost by 1 point, 34-33. Once again, 39-16, and if I go back to the game one of the series, what was that first quarter score? Maybe the carbon copy. Let me read this up.
Well, hold on. Malcolm said you came back playing because your big. You came back by playing your big because it wasn't scoring enough paint in the third quarter.
He's kind of right. He's right.
That's fine. 34-22 and 22-8 in the second quarter, game 1. Those 3 quarters are the reason why this series is tied. Because other than that, the Mavs outplayed the Clippers. But
you're 2 quarters away from. You were 2 quarters away from this game, from the sweep happening today. 2 quarters.
And you can't listen. You can't be out of it. Luka, whether you agree with Tony Brothers, he's getting killed on what's called. Luka gets 2 fouls, so basically he's become a defensive liability the whole game. It was kind of funny. He was trying to guard Harden in the second half, and Harden was just looking at him smiling like, dude, you got 3 or 4 fouls, so he can't play good defense. Kyrie, he came alive, had 42, and all that was in 3 quarters. And if I'm gonna go to you like you did, Luka. if he scores 10 in the first quarter, the Mavs win this game. Don't wake up in the second quarter, please. Thank you, sir, so much. It's about 3 guys in this series, Shams, that are virtually unplayable now, and it took me 4 games to realize. One, unfortunately, is Daniel Gafford. He's unplayable.
Yeah.
Good.
Yeah, remember I told you in game 2. I was like, "This is not his series."
Listen, I tried to give him the benefit of the doubt in game 3. So, well, let's get him home and see what. This game 4 was obvious. Dante Exum, basically nothing there.
He didn't even touch the floor the rest after the first.
I mean, he's basically nothing. So that's a toughie. And then also you have one Josh Green, who at the only time you can play defense on somebody is with Russell Westbrook, and he can't score. But if you put him on PJ and Harden, they were just toasting that dude. He looked like the small. He looked like the small combo guard we knew and loved in the regular season. When he plays big guards, he gets cut because he's too short.
Like Kendrick,
so that's 3 guys.
He might need Kawhi and Russell Westbrook on the floor play good because that's when he played his best when both of them was on the floor.
Yeah, and on the otherwise, Tim Hardaway's out. I'm pretty sure he'll be back in game 5 because the Mavericks can't score unless Luka. The Mavericks can't score unless Luka and Kyrie are on the floor at the same time. It's just too tough to score. And the fact of the matter,
Kendrick,
you knew it's coming.
Going back to that, Kendrick, we said that in game 2. Remember, we like it took for a valiant effort in the fourth quarter by PJ Washington, but we was like, bruh, somebody else on the team got to score besides Kyrie and Luka, and nobody else really can score. They're not. The last game, at least they was getting alley-oops and stuff like that. They weren't even getting the alley-oops down the stretch.
Yeah, they was getting alley-oops, so it helped. They couldn't get that old man Mason Plumlee went back in a way back machine and outplayed Daniel Gafford so bad in that stretch. I think that's it for Daniel Gafford. Shams, if the Mavericks lose this series,
I told you we couldn't start. You couldn't start him no more. Daniel Gafford can't start. I told you that.
But he didn't start bad. That's the crazy thing.
He can't start this year. He can't start, and he gonna have to come off the bench.
He was god awful. He was god awful. I mean,
he got to come in with the second group.
He was god. I mean, the dude was getting out rebounded by old man Mason Plumlee. That's when he took his ass out the game.
Dante Exum played a whopping 2 minutes.
God, dang.
2 minutes. And that hurts. And you know why it hurts? Because he's one of your man. We thought he's gonna be in the closing lineup. Now he's basically unplayable too. So that's 2 guys. So basically, Shams, what you mean to tell me who's playable in this series? Luke Kyrie.
You're
PJ. Who else?
Derrick Jones Jr.
Derrick Jones Jr. and Maxey, and who? That's 5 guys I just named. Derek Lively. So basically, you basically. So for all those guys drilling, I understand drilling cocaine. He's basically got 6 guys he's relying on right now. 6. I thought this was supposed to be a 10 man deep team. Now he's down to 6 guys. Really? Jesus Christ.
Hey, Kendrick, and that happened in one game.
Jesus, the Mavs in trouble, man. They're in trouble.
I told you, Kendrick. I said
they're in trouble.
This was not the game to lose. This is not the game to lose.
Let me tell you something.
How many players did Tyronn Lue play tonight? How many players did Tyronn Lue play today?
I think he played 9. But all of them.
No, he didn't. He played. Oh wait, yes he. No, hold on. Not counting 5, 6, 7. Yeah, you're right. He played 9.
Yeah, but this
he played 8. He played 8.
This is the thing. All 8 contribute. All 8 did contribute, whether offense or defensively. I can't say that about the Mavs who Jason Kidd guys he played. Some of them didn't do that.
So let's while we're doing that, let's go through the stats and facts real quick. The stats.
Well, hey, Mac Jones. Hey, Mac Jones. I ain't gonna lie to you. I told Chef, I said, damn, I'm gonna regret saying this, but we might have needed Tim Hardaway out there to just chunk some shots up at least.
Shame. That's a damn shame.
We have resorted to saying
We're in trouble. We are in trouble. We're in trouble.
Yeah, this is.
Hey, whoa! It was kind of interesting. It was kind of before we get to the stats page, it was kind of interesting. Nico said in the pregame, the interesting comment says this team not built just for built for a run this year. We're built for the long haul. I don't know what he means by that. Maybe he sees the holes, and hey, we still got some improvement to do. Some more work to do on this team.
Hey, Kendrick, he know we getting
future, but maybe he may prophesy to himself.
That's how we getting Klay Thompson next summer, so we'll be fine. Comment. God help.
Need something because the Shams, we saw it. Other than Luka and Kyrie, nobody else can get you a bucket.
Well, no, Maxi hit some key threes.
Yeah, but he ain't getting you like 15.
He made 1 3. He took one shot.
Okay, I'm sorry.
He didn't get you like
so let me give you this, and I'm about to say this. Your bench scored 13 points. Norman Powell scored 11.
Oh, fuck.
Jesus Christ.
So let's get on to this real quick. We're gonna start with the losing team. Jaden Hardy.
Way to go, Shams. Way to send the message. Start the losing team.
You talking about this team beating OKC? They run 10
Yeah. Well, Jaden Hardy played 3 minutes. He contributed absolutely nothing. Literally nothing. No rebound, nothing. But somehow he was a +1 on the court. Dante Exum.
I don't understand how that equates.
Dante Exum had 2 minutes.
Hold on. We're going
Hold on, Kendrick. I got you right here.
What the fuck was this, Bruce?
He played 3 minutes. He got +1.
Yeah. Dante Exum played 2 minutes. He was a -8.
Jesus.
Josh Green played 13 minutes from the field. He was 0 for 3, 2 of 2 from the line. He had 2 points and he was a -12. God, that's awful.
Yeah, because Harden and Westcomb's cooking is Harden.
Yeah,
Harden and Westcomb's cooking is behind.
Yeah, Derek Lively played 18 minutes. He was 4 for 4 from the field. He had 4 rebounds. No, he had 6 rebounds and 8 points for a +4. Maxi Kleber played 22 minutes. He only took 1 shot, which was a 3. He hit it in a clutch time. He had 2 rebounds. This is probably Maxi's worst game. He was a -10. Moving on to the starters. Person with the least minutes, Daniel Gafford. He was 1 of 4 from the field.
Don't tell me he was a plus. Don't tell me
3 of 4 on the free throw line. He had 5 rebounds. He was a -7 with 5 points.
Jesus Christ.
Derek Jones Jr.
You gave him a first-round pick for that fool, man.
What'd you say?
Right. Give him a first-round pick for that man. You gave him first.
Derek Jones Jr. He played 33 minutes.
Washington sitting up with your first.
Oh my God! It's funny because it's true. It's funny because it's true. Oh man!
Go ahead. That's what bad about it, man. You sitting up with your first, man. Washington sitting up with your
Kendrick,
first.
hush, Kendrick, dang. Let me get through this, and then we can complain about how we don't have a first-round pick because of Daniel Gafford. Derek Jones Jr. played 33 minutes. He was 6 of 9 from the field, 7 rebounds, 14 points overall, and he was a +7. I don't know how these plus and minuses work because these are going to be.
Yeah, because you be talking about one player. He was like, he had like 0 points.
But hold on, because you're going to listen to this. Listen to this. PJ Washington played 41 minutes. He was 4 of 9, 1 for 5 for 3. He did not hit any clutch threes. He had 4 rebounds. He had a total of 10 points, and he was -5. Luka Doncic, had played 45 minutes. He was 10 of 24, 1 of 9 from 3, 8 of 10 from free throw. He had 10 rebounds, 10 assists. He was 29. He had 29 points, but he was a plus 10. And Kyrie Irving, the best player on the court today, with for the Mavericks. Hold on, that's not even the funniest part. It gets worse. Hold on. Kyrie Irving was 45 minutes, 14 to 25, 6 of 6 from the free throw line, 6 of 12 from the 3-point line. He had 7 rebounds, 5 assists, 40 points, and he was a -5.
What the fuck was this, Bruce?
The Clippers was a +5 when he was on the floor. Yeah. Okay.
Didn't Luka have a triple-double though, Shams?
Yeah, 27, 10, and 10.
Man, that was the empty triple-double, man. That was the empty
my God.
Yeah, it don't matter. So we're gonna go on to the winning team, who only played eight men in rotation. Mason Plumlee, 14 minutes, 3 of 3 from the field. He had 6 points, and he was a plus 12.
Somebody said I didn't watch the game. Kawhi must have put up a lot of points for the Mavs to lose, huh? Yeah, about that. Kawhi didn't play. Maybe he should have played, because when he played, that's when the Mavericks win.
Yeah, come back, Kawhi, please.
Come on, man, get the swelling down on that knee. Let's go. You gotta play next game, Kawhi.
Listen, somebody revive that knee, man. Get some mouth to mouth on his knee. Get some mouth to mouth on Kawhi's knee.
Y'all done yet?
Go ahead, Sharon.
All right. Russell Westbrook, 22 minutes, 2 of 8 from the field. He would have 5 points, but he was plus 7. Norman Powell, 32 minutes, 4 of 8 from the field, 3 of 5 from 3, 11 points, and he was plus 3. Going on to the starters, Amir Coffey, in 23 minutes, he was 2 of 5, -6 he was -6 overall with 4 points. Terrence Mann in 35 minutes, 3 of 9 from the field. He had three threes that were clutch. 2 of 2 from the free throw line. He had 11 points and plus 4 overall. Zubac, he played 30 minutes. He was 6 of 11. Couldn't do anything against Derek Lively. Got all that against Daniel Gafford. He only had 13 points. He had 4 rebounds, and he was -1. James Harden in 40 minutes, he was 12 of 17, 4 for 5 from 3, 5 of 5 from the free throw line, 6 rebounds, 7 assists, 33 points overall, and a plus 3. And then the man of the day, Paul George, in 43 minutes, he was 11 of 19, 7 of 10 from 3, 4 of 7 from free throws. He had 6 rebounds, 8 assists, and 33 points and plus 3.
Did you read that 3-point line he had again?
7 of 10.
Woo! That's 21 points off threes, boy.
Jesus Christ. Jesus Christ.
Good grief. Good grief.
That lad. Uh-oh. I don't know what happened to Shams. Oh, there she is. She's back. Okay.
Well,
hey, in that last three, Paul George too. You just take your hat off and shake your hand.
The bad thing about it is a lot of the threes that they shot tonight, Kendra, we watched. I mean, they were right in their face. Yeah. I don't think they shot a wide open 3. Maybe 2 of them that went in, but every other 3 that they shot was contested. So my bad. Let me go over to the team stats and tell a story. Field goals. Clippers was 43 of 80. Mavericks was 40 of 81. Field goal percentage. Clippers was 53.8%. Mavericks was 49.4. Your killer, and I'm gonna tell you your killer right here. 3-pointer. Clippers shot 18 of 29 for 62% from 3. The Mavericks were 11 of 33 for 33%.
Hold on, stop it right there. You mean to me, you mean to tell me that the Clippers shot 50+% from the field and 60+% from three?
Yeah.
Once again, the Clippers just like in game one, they shot 50+ and 50+ again from the field and from three.
So 54% basically from the field, 62% from three.
That's unravelable. Nobody shoots 62% from three. I mean, my God, heaven.
18 of 29. Free throws, the Clippers were 12 of 18. Mavs were 20 of 25. Mavs had a huge rebounding game. They were 42 to 29. Assists were dead even at 22. Clippers had 10 steals. Mavs had 5. Clippers had 6 blocks. Mavs had 5. Total turnovers, Mavs had 17. Clippers had 13. Fast break points were even at 12. Points in the paint, 46 for the Clippers, 42 for the Mavs. And the largest lead for the Clippers was 31, and the Mavs was 4, and that was early on in the game. You lost this game with 3-point shooting. The Mavs have not had any good 3-point shooting games throughout this whole entire series.
They have not. So not only you give up 60% from three, 50+% from the field. They also beat you in points in the paint. You commit 17 turnovers. Yeah, that's the recipe for losing this game.
Here you
go. What does that say?
Jason Kidd watching Harden score 10 layups with Gafford and D Live on the bench.
Coming in from Instagram, Luka looks 100 years old. Mavs wasted the opportunity for Marquis. Clippers hit the most ridiculous shots in the first half. That's the only thing that gives me hope. Marquis said the same thing I said. Clippers once again look better without Kawhi. We've been turning the ball over way too much. That's truly what stopped our momentum in threes and turnovers. That is from Instagram.
Oh, okay.
That's from Instagram.
Okay, what stopped your momentum is bad first. Listen, the Mavs, even in the wins, the Mavs have had bad first quarters. They have to have some kind of a good first quarter one part time in these series.
They have to learn that basketball is a 4-quarter game because, mind you, game 1 was a bad second quarter, only scoring 8 points. Game 4 today was a bad first quarter. You are literally essentially 2 bad quarters away from putting this team out tonight. Mind you, the Mavericks has won every other quarter outside of those 2 quarters.
Those 2 quarters, and that's why if the Mavs lose this series, they got nobody to look at but themselves. Nobody else to look for themselves. Good grief, man.
Yeah, the first quarter was bad. Luka getting 2 fouls early hurt them tremendously in the first quarter.
Hold on. While we do this, while we do this thing, we got a lot on Twitter. We got a lot about Tony Brothers.
Yeah, go ahead, read him.
If you mind hearing.
Go ahead, sir. While we look at the highlights.
Okay, somebody said, why did it have to be a Tony Brothers game again?
Yep.
Adam Silver made
Kendrick, before you go for it, when you read that in the pregame, what was it? What was the feeling in the room? Even when talking about that, and we said Tony Brothers, referee was like, shit.
I say it's not surprised. Kawhi Leonard's out. Tony Brothers.
Now Tobias called this before the game even started. He said this is gonna be a referee game today. It's gonna be the refs that's gonna cost the Mavs game a little bit today.
Okay, here we go. Another. Adam Silver made a call and brought Tony Brothers to extend the series. Okay, Tony Brothers is on a mission. I'm like stunned. The refs are calling phantom calls on James Harden. Tony Brothers, baby, what a joke. Tony Brothers has money on the Clippers. What the blank, bro?
I said the same thing. He
Tony Brothers is on his BS, giving Luka that second phantom call in the first. Mavs Clippers game. Let me go take a few deep breaths before I see red in the next 4 hours because of Tony Brothers and the refereeing crew. Who knew that a Tony Brothers left refereeing crew would be this awful? Well, he's always been awful. I told you Tony Brothers was going to blank up this whole game. Yep. What the blank, Tony Brothers?
Oof, man. Them threes were flying in the first half, man.
So somebody said Tony Brothers isn't even trying to hide it. He said up there smiling as every foul call he calls on the Mavericks.
Look at this three by Paul George. Like Sam said, these are some tough threes that Paul George is making. Like they are not just him just coming down and getting open. He's got a hand in his face. He's just still knocking them down.
Okay, here comes some more dark one. Somebody need to shoot Tony Brothers after the game.
Okay. I don't know if I want Tony Brothers dead.
Tony Brothers, you are a blanking loser. Tony, you dumb MF. I didn't realize I hated a man so much until I saw Tony Brothers.
You should have seen my face when I heard he was reffing the game.
Blank Tony Brothers. Somebody needs to shoot. Somebody needs to shoot Tony Brothers like they shot Denzel in that movie.
Oh, come on, man! Come on!
Read up.
Oh man, what?
It's getting really. I tell you, it's getting really dark in here, man. It's getting really dark. Oh, Tony Brothers. Somebody had a picture of somebody saying.
Are they talking about the Out of Time movie when he got shot?
Yeah. Somebody said Tony Brothers. Somebody had a gift, a photo of somebody telling the referee, "I know your dumb blank is gambling." Somebody got a picture of Paul George when he hit that three, folding up his arms after he fit that three. He said a Tony Brothers pat.
How many points did Terrence Mann have at the end of the night, Shams?
You say what?
How many points did Terrence Mann have at the end of the night?
Let me see. It wasn't a lot.
He had 5 at half.
So, and he had 3 threes in the second. He had 2 threes, so he had 11. Yeah, Terrence Mann had 11 points.
Wow.
So, okay, I want to let these.
This is when the Mavs got it under 10.
Yeah, let these play out. And I want to see the blow-bys and see exactly who was on.
Okay.
Hey, Walt. See, somebody said Tony Brothers will be the first referee to veto Secaucus someday.
Jesus Christ.
Man, Maxie giving up an M1.
Okay, there's Luka.
Shams, would you say this is the first?
It's in the third quarter right here. Now we on the fourth.
Shams, would you say this is the first time the Mavericks defense was bad in this series?
Yes. Yeah.
I don't know. I don't know if I agree with that because Paul George. I guess down the stretch you can say down the stretch
that wasn't bad. You see that?
Down the stretch they play really good defense.
No,
you can't say that because the Mavs went on a 12-1 run.
That don't matter.
It does matter. They went on a 12-1 run.
Look at this. Nobody. The same floater. Nobody played defense on that.
Okay, there's Junior for 3. They went on the exact run that you and Kendrick both said they had to go on. A 12 run.
But me and Kendrick also said at the same time.
That's a contested 3. That's another we got to take your hat off to right there. He just hit that one.
We also said that the Mavs probably ran out of gas.
That too.
Listen, when you're down 31, it takes a lot of energy to come back in the game. I mean, especially when you don't to give Coach Kidd further, especially when you're down to playing basically 6 guys. You got to play 6 guys out there mainly in the second half. And that's basically what he was down to playing.
That was a 3 by Kyrie that got it.
Got it to 8.
Right.
And then this is the and one, I think that. Yeah, and one.
That's the one we thought Mason Plumlee broke his ankle.
Yeah.
Oh, I do have some news, guys.
Hold on.
There's Maxie's 1-3 he took.
Okay, Maxie's 3. Now we come back.
That cuts it down to 3.
Okay.
And Luka hits this 3 to tie it up. His only 3 of the game. Okay, now this is where you start looking. Okay, who was guarding him right here? So, okay, Luka.
Can't do anything.
Yeah, Luke at 5. Okay.
Yeah. Okay, Kyrie comes down and scores again. All right, here we go.
Maxie.
He goes by Maxie.
He goes by Maxie. Okay, that's one.
But hold on, PJ Walker stepped up and tried to block it, but he put that one up.
Yeah, that was Maxie.
Okay, that was Maxie. Oh, Kyrie for 3.
And then the next shot is when we go up 105, 104.
Yeah, because Kyrie put the incredible.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. And why was this not a foul call? He got hit twice.
I don't know, but that was an incredible 3.
That was the toughest shot.
Okay, here we go. Okay, PJ Washington.
Yeah.
PJ Washington. PJ Washington guarded the rest of the game.
Yeah, this
was the end of the game.
Church.
Yeah, but PJ Washington was the one who guarded him down the stretch, though.
Okay, so PJ didn't stand on business.
Yeah, PJ Washington. I told you, I said they're gonna have to put PJ on him, and then they're gonna have to double team Paul George, and they left PJ on him 1-on-1.
Listen, the Mavericks defense was broken, all through this game, especially with Luka getting the foul trouble early. That made him basically inusable on the defensive end, and the fact of man, like I said before, Sham, the fact of the matter that your starting big man didn't give you anything. Once again, Daniel Gafford, he's based on player. Coach Kidd's down to 6 guys now. He's got to play, and you got to use that much. Basically, 6 guys got to play the bulk of minutes because you can't play anybody else. It hurts, and the Mavs ran out of gas, and it took a toll on the defense. You saw blow-bys. And yeah, that's where we at right there. But I do got some news, guys, if you really want to know. The next home game, it will be a game 6, as we know.
Friday.
The next home game, the Mavericks will be on Friday. The Mavericks will be in the Trinity River City Blues jerseys, the black jerseys. So one way or another, it's gonna be a funeral for somebody. So the Mavericks gonna be in black.
Thank you, Kendra, for that update.
It could be dressed for the old.
That was the highlight. That was the one we needed. Okay, let's see if anybody's spoken yet.
Especially Coach Kidd.
It's gonna be some monotone. They need to treat game 5 as an elimination game.
That's gonna be both teams.
Man, I'm telling you, Shams, this was not the game to lose.
Because now it's the best of 3. Now it's the best of 3.
Oh, yes, the best of 3, and the Clippers have the home court advantage again. So once again, the Mavericks are going. For them to win this series, they're going to have to win in Crypto.com Arena again. So listen, if it's a game to win, they better win game 5. You don't. Listen. Even though you like Luka and Kyrie in game 7s, you don't want to go down to that, especially if you got guys on this team that's basically unplayable as the series goes on.
This ain't gonna be no Phoenix game 7.
Yeah.
In Phoenix where the Mavs win by 70. This ain't gonna be none of that.
Well, to your point, like Kendrick saying, the Clippers done already cut down the roster.
So you basically, it's basically. We counted it off. Guys who were playable in this game and basically been playable. Dante Exum not playable in this series. He's god awful. Nope. Tim Hardaway, when he was out there, he was unplayable in this series. Gafford is unplayable in this series. Now we find out Josh Green, he can't shoot or too scared to shoot unless he's playing against Westbrook, because they basically the same player. Or if not, he's unplayable in this series. That's 4 guys. That's 4 out of your top 10 rotation. So
Well, and you said it too. The Mavs are kind of in trouble because, like we pointed this out. They seem to play better without Kawhi on the floor.
Yeah, it's free flowing. Everybody can get shots now. They don't have to defer.
Right.
And remember, listen, understand something. Paul George is an all-star. He was on the all-star.
Didn't they start Russell Westbrook this game?
No. But understand something.
I thought Russell Westbrook.
I want everybody to understand something. Paul George and Russell Westbrook and James Harden was on the all 75 team last year.
I have some
them guys can play.
I have some things to say about this Coach of the Year that was just named. Y'all's beloved Jason Kidd did receive a vote for Coach of the Year.
Who?
It doesn't say, but it was a third place vote.
Who won Coach
Just
of the
like,
Year?
just like
Oh,
somebody voted, just like somebody voted for Tim Hardaway for Sixth Man of the Year.
Who
Who won Coach of the Year?
Oh, the dude. Okay,
OKC
see.
coach.
Oh, okay. That's a good. Yeah, that's well deserved.
I'm gonna hop back on and come back out real quick.
Let's just put it. Let's just put
usually when the Coach of the Year wins, the MVP is on that team too.
No, he's getting MVP. He's gonna.
Shea should get MVP.
But the fact of the matter is, I want to going on this game. Well, if James Harden goes off like he did game one, at least in the first half of game one, in this game, the Clippers going to win this series. The key to cutting off the head is cutting off the head of snake. Whichever guy doesn't have a good game, whether it's Luka or James Harden, that team's going to lose the game. Looking at this series. Well, James Harden, the games that the Clippers have won, James Harden looked great in. The games that they've lost, he's looked pedestrian. So coming up in game 5, they're going to have to take a key of doubling him, getting the ball out of his hands, and living with whoever else hits an open shot. But you got to get the ball out of James Harden. He cannot. If you let him do this to you, the Mavs have no shot to win this series. Absolutely no shot.
Okay. Yeah, I agree. Thing is, right now, it got to be some soul searching in the locker room. Who is going to be the person outside of Luka and Kyrie to step up? We have not even had a Luka masterclass yet. That's bad. Luka has played some terrible offense.
And he's had 2 triple doubles.
And it's been awful, triple doubles. I don't say, oh, because he get triple doubles. No, it's been awful. But the problem what we're having right now is somebody has to step up. Is it gonna be because the game when we first won, was it game 2? Daniel Gafford had shame, so Daniel Gafford's gonna have to have shame again. Derek Lively. Derek Lively. I mean, I can't even do nothing but Derek Lively because he played some good defense. He was in on that stretch when we went on those long stretches. You do have to wonder why Kidd kept him on the bench. And I kept saying, Kendrick wasn't here. I kept saying, now's the time you have to bring back Derek Lively. And then I said, no, they're bringing back Derek Jones Jr. Why are they not bringing back Derek Lively? And you kept Derek Lively on the bench. Kidd's going to have to answer that. And I hope somebody asks him that question. Why did you keep Derek Lively on the bench after you seen James Harden scored at will with these floaters? That's what killed you, these floaters. You can say, oh, the 3, but even after the 3, James Harden had 3 back-to-back floaters.
Well, that's what I'm saying. His response is, well, hell, we had the best defensive player on the team on him.
But my thing here is this. You saw it wasn't working after the first one. You saw it wasn't working after the second one. You had an extra timeout. Call that timeout. Be a coach and call the timeout. Switch up your offense, your defensive game plan. You have to learn how to make adjustments on the fly. And this was a time where you should have made adjustments on the fly.
I'm just looking at the what you said, Shams. Who actually is going to step up offensively on this team?
Really, if we want to be 100% key, that's really where the problem lies at.
I mean,
because
you get nothing.
You got that in game 3. You had Lively and Gafford catching alley oops, other than Luka and Kyrie.
You had that in game 2 because somebody who's. Let me go look at the box score in game 2 because who stepped up in game 2 for them to even win the game? Because
PJ Washington in the fourth quarter. It was PJ Washington in the fourth quarter.
18. That's your biggest contribution offensively in this series. They're gonna listen. It's got to be PJ. He's got to get you. Remember, I said PJ's gonna have in this series. I said PJ's gonna have to get you 15 plus, 6 rebounds, maybe a couple steals for the Mavericks to win this series. And,
well, game 3, hold on, game 3, Luka had 22, Kyrie had 21, Derek Lively had 13, Derrick Jones Jr. had 11, PJ only had 10, Gafford had 8, Jason Green had 8. That was, spread out scoring. Spread out scoring on that game. Now, game 2, you go to game 2. You had Luke at 32, Kyrie Irving at 23. Daniel Gafford was unplayable. He didn't score nothing. Derrick Jones Jr. had 10. PJ had 18. Maxey had 8. Derek Lively had 7. So
spread out scoring again. And in this game, okay, now go to this game and read the numbers. Go to today's game and read the numbers.
All right, today's game. Kyrie had 40. Luke had 29. Derrick Jones Jr. had 14. PJ Washington had 10. Daniel Gafford had 5. Derek Lively had 8. Maxey had 3. Josh Green had 2.
That ain't gonna get it done. It's not gonna get it done.
They gotta get it done. You got
not gonna get the job done.
You got to get more off that bench.
You gotta get more
bench than that.
You gotta get more out of your centers.
Center position, that's not gonna get it done. That's not
because the two games that they had the high points. Guess what they were doing? They were flying all over the place catching alley oops.
Yep.
So if and unfortunately one of your centers may be unplayable. If you don't get much out of your 5 position, you're pretty much toast. Because we talked about this before the series started. That was supposed to be what the advantage the Mavs had. Was supposed to be at the 5. Finally, you got an advantage, but it doesn't seem like an advantage. So basically, you're back to what you was 2 or 3 years ago playing.
I'm not gonna go that far because them other teams they don't come back down from 30. Them other teams that they had.
The Mavericks didn't come back from 30. Did they win the game?
No, I'm talking. They don't even get that close. They don't come out of 30. They keep getting it poured on them. Them other teams they had.
Oh, see,
I'm gonna say it like this.
Who is this other? Who's the refs in this game? In this game, I know y'all know faces in the ref.
Well, hey, we know it ain't Tony Brothers.
No, Tony Brothers.
Jesus Christ.
Game 5 is going to be. I don't know. Kendrick, hit it for me. Kendrick, hit it for me. You know what I'm talking about. Hit it for me. Hit it for me. Hit it.
Yeah. The seat is on the line. It's all on the line. It's all on the line.
Damn. Before I don't think I said, I can't remember if I said on air, but I told Kendrick when he hopped on, I said, Kendrick, today the season is on the line.
Well, say that game more. But listen, the Mavs, the team that wins game 5 is gonna win this series. Let's just put it this way. The team that wins game 5 is gonna win this series. They're gonna win this series. I put that at 100%. So yeah, Sham, the season's on the line. The Mavs gotta win this game.
Because that's what I said. You just gave them juice going back to LA.
Yeah, it's a three-game series.
Just like they gave us juice when we won the second game there.
And
came home and won.
It's a best of 3 series. That's basically.
I mean, if we're gonna trend in this direction, would they win game 1? They win all the even games. We win all the odd games.
Only problem is game 7 is an odd number, so they win all the.
You really clipping your toenails thin on that one.
Game 7 is an odd number. Damn it.
So that's what I'm saying. This was a bad loss. You needed to win this game to at least give yourself breathing room because like I said, those are Hall of Famers over there. Those aren't scrubs because Kawhi's out. In fact, they're playing better. Like Walt said, right now you'd rather have Kawhi in there than out because they're playing better without him on the lineup. So
what is really the difference? Because it's just they're 2 games they've had lights out shooting. My thing, I keep saying, I said, ain't no way the Clippers can duplicate what they did in game 1 and shoot like they did. And what did they do? They duplicated it
this is the scary thing, Shams. James Harden, he's this now 2 games. He's had explosive games, but you never did have a game with Paul George. That's a scary thing. If Paul George get back to playoff P, the Mavs are in trouble because I don't know if he's going to.
So game 1, they were 50%.
I don't know.
They were 50% from 3 again.
I don't know if he's going to be 7 to 10, but he looked very comfortable in his offense sets right there. Remember we said game 4, he looked like he was out of it. I mean, look, I thought said, well, he's going to be going after this because I guess you see the writing on the wall with Kawhi. But he looked like Indiana. He looked like Indiana Paul George tonight. I mean, it was just. I mean, good God.
Hey, you know what? When you said that, it looked like he might be tired of playing or done playing with Kawhi.
Oh, they got this stat right here. The Mavericks are the first team ever to lose an NBA playoff game in regulation while having one player score 40 plus points, Kyrie Irving, and another having a triple double, Luka Doncic.
They just find the stats.
So, Mavericks breaking records. And that's crazy. You had one guy score 40 plus and another get almost a 30-point triple double. You still lose.
But being down 31 points.
Yeah, don't be down 31 points or don't be down 26 points. I mean, good grief. I mean, the Mavericks have not blown out the Clippers at any point in these games like that. The Clippers
they got it up to 25. They got it up to 25. 20 was it 25? Last game.
Yeah, last game they got to 20.
They got up to 25?
Yeah.
I thought the highest was okay. My bad.
Real quick, I know at one point it was 18.
I know I kept looking like 18 or 17, but you could be right. You probably right.
Let me check. It's nothing to check.
We got some quotes real quick. Get some quotes real quick here from
was 22.
Okay.
We got quotes here from Tyronn Lue on his post game. The question was on what gave confidence to finish the game and get the win after Mavs came back from down 31. His Tyronn Lue says just keeping our composure. They are a great team. Kyrie and Luka are going to make some crazy shots, some tough shots. We need to make a run, but also we didn't think we could come into the building and be up 31 points either. I told our team just get the win. However you have to get it in the
let's get it.
Yeah, just get it. You have to get it in the playoffs. It doesn't matter how you win. If you win by 1 point or 40 points in those spurts, we still have to play better. We can't turn the ball over. We can't get on straight line drives. We have to make quick decisions in the offense like we did when we got up by 31. Overall, I'm just happy with our team for keeping our composure, staying in the game, and making big plays down the stretch to win the game.
That's a big time thing. The Clippers did, and Westbrook was the craziest one, but it wasn't just Westbrook. Terrence Mann, Norman Powell, it was a whole bunch of Paul George almost fouled out the game. It was a whole bunch of them didn't have their composure game in game 3, but they kept their composure in game 4 and they got a big time win. But the Mavericks have to maintain their composure.
All right, here's another one.
Real quick. Somebody said that might have been the best 2 versus 2 superstar battles ever in the postseason. Somebody else quoted that said, "Who was the 2 for the Mavs? I only saw 1."
That's true.
Tyronn Lue, they said on his key thoughts heading into game 5 in Los Angeles Wednesday night, we need to get our rest. Physicality will be important with how we start the game. We've seen Kyrie and Luka make some crazy shots, so we just can't let them take that away from what we are doing. We have to just get some good start to a game. We need a defensive mindset, making it tough on those guys like we did to start this game. Then we have to be physical on both ends, not just defense, but on offense as well, attacking the rim and making the right play.
Well, look at what he's saying. He the only 2 players he's talking about is Luka and Kyrie. He don't believe in any of these other guys over here. And why should he? Except for that.
I got a stat for you.
Oh, go ahead.
Clippers scored 20 points in the paint in the 4th quarter alone. Gafford minutes in the fourth quarter, 1:51. Derek Lively minutes in the fourth, 0.
Listen, at that point, whether you agree with it or not, Coach Kidd basically didn't believe his centers could win him the game. Now, whether you believe that was wrong or right, that's your opinion. But at some point, the fact of the matter, his fives have to give him a reason, in my opinion, to
Lively gave him that reason.
And you may think like, but at some point, don't make me. Coach Kidd didn't believe. I just said it. Coach Kidd, at some point, Coach Kidd.
Yeah, but they were coming back and winning off the strength of the lineup they had.
I'm just saying this is Coach Kidd. At some point, he didn't believe his centers was a winning lineup late in the game.
And I get your point, Kendrick, but know this: if they put Lively back in the game and start losing the game, guess what they would have said? Oh, they should have never put Lively back in the game. They should have kept Cleaver on the floor.
Live with that. You got to live with that. At least test it. You can live with it.
But Paul George hit a crazy three that gave them the juice.
We're talking about paint points. They scored 20 paint points.
They had the best defender on him. He put this best defender on the guy who hit the floaters. He put his best defender on.
That was PJ Washington was getting blown by, and he was getting blown by early in the game too.
He put his best defender. I mean, what more you want to do? Okay, he put Lively out there just to swat at the floaters in the air. Paul George hit. I'm telling you, Paul George hit a three that kind of daggered it. I'm not saying nobody's wrong, but I'm just saying it's a give or take situation. If they put Derek Lively in and Derek Lively don't do good, the first thing they're gonna say was, "Oh, we should have just kept Maxey on the floor. We should have took Maxey out." He was doomed from the get-go. But the main point that y'all been making all night is the main point that happened here. You can't go down 30 points in the first quarter and expect to win the basketball game. That's the main thing. We can talk about to say that. You put yourself in this position by going down 30 points in the first quarter. It shouldn't even came down to that anyway.
The second quarter, early second quarter.
You shouldn't have been down 30.
Yeah.
You make it, like I said, I was about to say that it doesn't matter. When you're down 31, you have to exude all kinds of energy just to get back in the game. And then the fact of the matter, you had about 4 guys on your team who were basically unplayable. That limits, like I said, it limits you down to 6 playable guys. 6 playable guys. And so that's more energy those guys got to exert. So the Mavs were doomed again. You can't get down 31 early. What you say? Early in the second sham. You can't get down 31 in the first.
This game got so bad. We saw Jaden Hardy. We saw Jaden Hardy play. That's how bad the game got.
You can't get down 26 at the half in game 1 when you had a week off. That cannot happen. You listen. It's okay to now. I tell you what, Sham. If the Mavericks are down at this game double digits, when they're down like 10 all through this game, yeah, you can make it. You can make a run and still have. But when you down 31, Sham.
This is why I said
that's
going
into
hard. Half. This is why I said going into half, it was important to be down by 10 because you did not have to exhaust all that energy in the third quarter because you still came out and it went back up to 20-some points in the third quarter.
And by the time the fourth quarter, what were they?
They were down 8 or 9.
Yeah,
8 or 9.
But still, that's a lot of energy. Like Sham said, that's a lot of energy you exerted.
You're exerting a lot.
And then what happened? They went on a run. They went on that run,
and then the team did not stop playing. The team stopped playing defense down the stretch in the fourth because they tied. And Luka,
we got to fight. We got to fight. We got to fight, Kendrick.
Where at?
Bobby, Indiana and what's the name?
Oh, I knew Bobby Portis.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, we got Bobby Portis throwing. Well, he's an angry fella. He does like to throw hands. Remember, hey, you gotta be careful with that guy. He broke a guy's face.
Well, listen, Milwaukee's desperate, man. They know they lose this. It's pretty much church for them. But the fact of the matter is, Shams, we're all
Shams and the rest of everybody's finally about to get their answer because we got Coach Kidd right here.
Yeah. But like before you get to Coach Kid, we can all agree, and I hope I'm believing Coach will say it in his post game. You can't get down. You can't get down 31 points to anybody and think you're going. Everything has to go perfect, and that's the main point. You can't get down that by that much to this team again if they're gonna win basketball games.
All right, let's go to Coach Keaton and hear what he had to say.
Right there early for y'all to get down 31?
No, that's a good question. Well, you give them credit. They came out and we talked about it. You know, Paul George and Harden. We had to keep them off the free throw line, but also the three. And they made 14 there in the first half. We talked about it at halftime, and we did a lot better job. They made 4 there in the second half, but just understanding that the guys that can hurt you, and Paul and Paul did a good job of getting going early. Our defense, again, in that first quarter was not up to par. We got great looks offensively. We missed some. It was kind of like game one all over again, having a bad quarter. But, you know, the big thing is we fought, take the lead, we go up 1, and then George hits a corner three, a tough corner three, and then they take the lead again. So just looking at the start, we got to be better. To answer your question, we just have to be better. Contested threes is one thing, but when you give these guys warm-up threes, you can put yourself in a bad position, and that's what happened there in the first.
Jason, you mentioned the damage they did from the three-point line early. Obviously, the fourth quarter, they did most of their damage in the paint. What was the thought process of staying small with Maxey for those last 10 minutes instead of bringing back Gafford or Lively?
Yeah, just, understanding offensively, we needed to, space the floor. Maxey did a really good job there. Understanding what the options that we have of being able to play Maxey, being able to stretch the floor was the option we went with. Living with twos in this league doesn't hurt you. Threes kill you, and threes killed us this afternoon. We got to be better. When Harden is taking twos, it's better than a step back or him shooting the three, and just understand what they were shooting from the three in that first half. So you got to give up something. They're talented, and so we gave up the twos, contested twos. They made them, but they gave us a chance to get back in the game and actually take the lead.
Jason, obviously the Clippers were doing a little bit of hunting today on Luka, and with his knee being a little hobbled, how do you think he fared on defense, and then how do you think his health is overall?
Yeah, I thought he did everything he could. His health, you would have to ask him how his health, but I thought he competed on both ends. He put us in a position, again, we take the lead there in the fourth. We just came up short, but again, I thought he did a really good job on both ends.
Jason, what did you see from Kyrie those last 3 quarters when he scored 40 points?
Well, all 4 quarters, if he didn't get going, it would have been, that game would have been over in the first. And so for him to be able to get going in the second got us back. And we just talked about, if we can get it within 15 there going before halftime, and we got it to 17. And then I told the coaches that I think we can get this thing down to 4 by the fourth. And we did. It was a 4-point game going into the fourth. But again, we had to play perfect in that fourth. And we just didn't come up with the key rebound. There was one that Harden came up with an offensive rebound. We got the missed 3, but, Harden comes up with the rebound. So we have to be better rebounding the ball. We got the guys that we want to shoot in there in the fourth. Unfortunately, we just couldn't capitalize on it.
Jason, you talked about the slow start a little bit. Is there anything specific that you see that this is happening again? Is there a need for Kyrie to be more involved sooner? Is there just more force that needs to be shown early in the game?
Yeah, this is like game one, early game. For whatever reason, we just haven't played well. We've gotten off to slow starts. We've played better in the second half, so that's just something that we got to talk about as a team. Is if there's another afternoon game, we got to make sure that we're ready to go from jump, and we can't wait.
How did that impact the team? What you tell them to try to overcome?
Yeah, the referees called it tight early and then let it go back to what it has been. And so they tried to take control of the game early to set the tone. Fouls were across the board. Everybody was fouling. And so, again, we got to be better. Our guys got in foul trouble a little bit. We got to learn how to play with foul trouble. And then on top of that, if Luka's not in, Luka wasn't in for 3 or 4 minutes, we're minus a 15. So we got to look at that group that's out there without Luka. We got to be better.
Coach Kyrie obviously led the way today, but Derek Jones had a really big impact. Can you just share your thoughts on his performance today?
Yeah, Derek was great. He's been great. And so being able to knock down the threes, being able to drive the ball, being able to get to the rim, making plays, and then defensively, we've asked him to guard everybody, and he's doing that. So we're going to need that, throughout this series, and we're going to need that on Wednesday.
Coach Kidd, after a game like today where it's hard fought, y'all battle all the way back, what kind of message did you give your guys after fighting back, but also they'll have game 5 coming up?
Yeah, we'll talk about that on Tuesday. But after the game, hard fought, we have to be better. Our starts have to be better. We can't rely on the 3. We got to take what the team is giving us. And then if we're not scoring, we got to be able to put up a better fight there defensively. But lastly, we got to take care of the ball. We just had too many turnovers coming down the stretch and throughout the game. And when we do take care of the ball and get shots, it tends to help us score.
Jason, when you guys did go really big, I think one of the lineups featured Derek Jones and Maxey and Lively. The lineup has barely played together, about 50 possessions this year. I think even for a moment, PJ was with them and 0 possessions for them. What just worked so well? What did you see in that stretch of the third quarter where you guys were playing that big?
Yeah, I think just active. Our hands were active. We got steals. We got the rebound. That's one of the big things that's always hurt us in the past is if we don't get the rebound, that always leads to a easy putback or an open 3. And so I thought we did. We were better with that big group. We were active. It takes them in the sense of being able to hunt. Luka, being able to have someone out there, but also understanding just the movement and being able to spread the floor out on the other end too. But we got to run. And I thought with that group, we did get out and run because we got stops.
With them hunting Luka, I saw at one point he basically said, "Hey, stop sending a second guy to help me." How do you kind of balance that? He's not moving that well. He's struggling, sending a double or just, letting him try to compete and playing behind him.
Well, there's 2 things. You trust that your best player is going to, and your leader can make a stand, but also you're there to help. And so you got to try to change different pitches. You can't just give those guys a steady diet of the same thing because they'll wear you out. And so understanding we take in his information, but also we got to help him, and we got to be better team defensively. But also on the ball, we got to be better. We got to make sure that if we're giving up something, it's the 2s and not the 3s.
Jason, you lose the game, but coming back from 31 points, is there anything psychologically you gain from that?
Yeah, just understand we don't quit. We won't quit. We're going to play for 48 minutes. If things don't go our way, we're not going to pout and just go away. We're going to continue to keep fighting. This game is just like game 1. We had one bad quarter. In the second quarter in game 1, we couldn't score. We scored 8 points. This time we scored 16. But just understand what's at stake. This is a veteran ball club we're playing. They've seen everything. This is the first time this group has been put together. So we got to go through this experience live. They've gone through these experiences of being down, and so just understand what we're facing, and then understand when Kawhi is out, we got to be better. For whatever reason, we tend to relax, so we got to address that too.
And can you talk more about that, because that's the other similarity? What is the different challenge trying to defend them without Kawhi?
Oh, they play faster, and also that gives Paul George and those guys the green light. That's one less pass they got to make, and one more attempt they get. And when you give PG those type of looks early, he's one of the best in the league, and so you got your hands full if you're gonna let him get off threes and he starts to make them. You got to be able to make him put the ball on the floor. But this is the game of basketball. They're not just going to let you do what you want. That's why he's so good. Yeah, we got to be better. Our bench has to be better. Our team has to be better.
Before Harden surge in the fourth, you guys stopped him from making any shots in the third. What was important and what was the emphasis about stopping a shot creator like of Harden's caliber?
Yeah, Harden can make them all. At the rim, middies, he can shoot the three. You got to live with contested twos, because if you're going to dare him to shoot threes or you're going to try to contest the three, he's going to knock those down. So I thought the group did a good job of trying to get him inside the 3-point line. He made some tough twos, and we got to live with those.
Okay, so we got our answer. Why Lively wasn't on the floor?
I understand what he was saying. I didn't get it, the answer. But I do say this: somebody has to take the defensive challenge.
Yeah.
For Harden, somebody has to, and it can't be Luka. He's not. First of all, he's on two bad knees. I understand when he's talking about I want the defense. You're not mobile enough. So I want somebody either with PJ or Derrick Jones Jr. to say, no, I got him. I'm fighting over the pick. We're not switching nothing. You're not finna hunt Luka. I'm gonna take this guy. I'm gonna fight through these picks, and he's gonna got to deal with me all 48 minutes. Second of all, Coach Kidd said we want to live with twos, not with threes. No, you don't want to live with any of them.
No, he said contested. He said he want to live with the contest. He would live with the contested twos, because I mean
there was no contested twos in that fourth quarter. That was James Harden hitting floater out the float.
Because what changed? I'm glad the reporter asked it.
That was Tim. Of course, that was Tim McMahon, their favorite guy, who asked.
I thought that was a black dude talking, but
that was Tim.
Oh, but you had third quarter. You held them to nothing in the paint. With my thing, as I said, you asked them. You held what changed from the third to the fourth. Like, tell me the difference. What changed? We know what changed. But
what would you say changed?
I'm telling you what changed. You had they even listed the lineup that was out there. It was the lineup that I said that was out there. Derrick Jones, you had Derek Lively, Maxey, Kyrie, and Luka out there. Mm-hmm. No. You had Kyrie, because Luka didn't really play.
Yeah, PJ.
Kyrie. It was PJ. Mm-hmm. It was Derek Lively, and I forgot the other two. But that helped contribute your run in the third quarter.
Well, here's the key point.
Idiotic. I just find it idiotic that Derek Lively didn't get any burn in the fourth quarter to at least attempt to try. I understand wanting to stay small, but Derek Lively can also run the court. We've seen that.
Yeah, and he brought up a good point too, which is, I guess, why he's right about when Kawhi's not there, they play faster. And James Harden and of course James Harden and PJ's game is built off playing fast.
Yeah, and also if I'm thinking back what he said, he made a point that our bench got to be better.
Yeah.
No duh. It's damn sure got to be better than that. We can't. Was the first in this game or the second in game one. You can't have those. I mean, it's okay to trail a team in the court, but you can't have just god awful quarters where that team gets up by that many points. You give you no shot. But remember, James Harden and Paul George are all stars. They're superstars. Those just goofy players. And like I said, he said before, like we've been talking about, that means you got to waste so much energy to try to get back in the game. You probably can damn near play perfect basketball, and that usually doesn't happen because other teams going to make runs, as we saw Mavericks get it down to take the lead, or they get it down even, and then here come the Clippers make a run, a 6-0 run, or 8-0 run to put you back to double digits or 8. It's just too much short to come back from that much many points down.
Kenny, did you see
here's a key point that he also said. Hold on real quick. Here's a key point he also said too. when he said Luka was telling him don't come help me or whatever, and the guy was like, well, what do you do? What do you do? And it's just like, well, you just trust your star player to do whatever. But that goes back to the point that we were talking about a while back. You know, Luka tells you don't do something. What you gonna tell Luka to do? What you gonna do? Sit him? What you gonna do? Bench him? On that point, that's the point we tell Luka, get your head out your ass, bro. You injured. Yes, we're going to send somebody over to help you. You're hurt. You cannot do this by yourself right now.
I don't think that's what he was meaning by that. I think they were. What was it? Did he say sending on defense? He said sending somebody to help on defense.
Right.
Oh well, I mean, Luka got to shut the hell up and just.
Yeah, that's what he's telling his teammates. Don't send somebody to help me. Don't send somebody. Like
I think Luka's trying to send a point that and he can't think like that. You can't. First of all, he's listening too much to the rap ears like me and Walt and everybody else.
Wait, I'm a Luka guy.
No, you ain't.
I know what you're trying to say, Kendrick. He's listening to the outsiders saying that he can't play defense or whatever. Because let's be honest, when he was not in foul trouble, he played some good defense. But also, got that booker got 2 bad knees right now. He could barely move. Somebody said between the end of the regular season and start of playoffs, he gained 15 pounds and he looked slow.
Not again.
Yeah, but like I said, you got somebody's got to tell him, bro.
Is he stressing or something, Sham?
He's trying to prove everybody. I can take Jack. No, bro, you got 2 bad knees. You got a bad shoulder. That's what you got. That's what you got PJ and Derrick Jones in there for. You don't need to be long stretches where you're trying to guard James Harden, especially when your legs are injured. Get him off the ball. Listen, I don't care. At this point, the hell with he's going to be a superstar. You got to make it be known because, listen, we're trying to win a series. This is not just about you and your pride. You are getting blown by, especially with 2 fouls. With 2 fouls in the first quarter. You basically hamstrung.
He just moved to the side and let them go.
Yeah. You get up straight line drive to James. So what defense are you playing anyway? So you need to get
Sam, there was time where me and you both was like, man, if he gonna play like that, take him off the floor. Shit.
I mean, I'm a I kind of been a firm believer in I kind of didn't want him to play today with a bad knee. Let him rest because I kind of feel like Kyrie. But the bad thing about it is we don't have a deep enough rotation. But here's the thing: if Tim Hardaway was healthy, think about it. If Tim Hardaway was healthy, and Luka's knee was messed up like they say it was, does Luka sit? Because the Mavs has found success when Luka sits and Tim Hardaway and Kyrie Irving play together.
That's if Tim Hardaway's finding shot.
And only way for them to do that, Sham, is if he would have played like game 3 and he had a good game 3.
But see, this is the problem.
What you said, they'd have been like, yeah, we feel confident enough to do that.
But see, this is the problem.
Like those kids said, if it wasn't for Kyrie going off, man, they get the doors blown. They get the doors blown off of them.
But and like I said, this is your problem. Tim Hardaway's been bad for about a month and a half now. He's except for 2 games where he's had bleeps. The 2 games he's actually been good was actually in his hometown Detroit and in Miami. Other than that, he's been I ain't seen nothing. So yeah, if you had Tim Hardaway in the first half pre All-Star game, yeah, I'll be fine with it. But he ain't giving you much either. So basically, that's why Luka had to come back. Remember, he just said when Luka's not out there, we're a minus 15. So remember, we had to put him back out there when Luka, because they might get blown out again. So basically, he's got to play Luka and Kyrie together because nobody else is contributing on the offensive end consistently. They're in trouble.
They are, especially with that coming out about him telling people, "Don't come help me, don't come help me." Like, what do you mean, don't come help you, bro? This isn't. We trying to win. We trying to win. You talking about don't come help you? Nah, that's not gonna fly, bro. Okay, we've got Junior up next. Let's go to Junior, hear what he had to say about tonight's matchup. All right, here we go. Here's Junior.
Today, I know it was a frustrating game overall for the team, but just can you just assess your performance today?
Mine? Say my performance?
Yes, yeah.
I played okay. I mean, I could have been better defensively. Got a few more stops. Probably could have created a few more open looks for my teammates. But my main thing was on the defensive end. I think I could have been a lot better.
What did you see in that first part of the game when the things kind of went haywire there for quite a while?
We didn't make a shot. It's just couldn't buy a bucket at that time, and they was hitting shots, and it's pretty much all it is. And we just got to shore up on the looks that we getting and knock them down.
When you see
after you guys fell behind big, I mean during timeouts, were you trying to get it down to a certain point, or what were y'all emphasizing in the timeouts?
Stay together. I mean, it's gonna let us back in the game either way. I mean, we can't go a whole game without making shots. That's one thing I know about this team. We're not. So at the end of the day, it's gonna let us back in the game. So we just have to keep fighting and keep doing what we're doing.
When you guys take the lead in the fourth quarter, and then you see in the last 5 minutes of the game, Kyrie, Luka, James Harden, and Paul George just knocking down big shot after big shot. What's that feeling like, and how do you express that? How do you see that?
I mean, when my teammates knocking down big shots, I'm happy for them. The other team not hitting shots today, that's a big shot. I'm not happy for them. Ain't really much to it. I mean, like I said, we just got to be better defensively from the get-go, from the jump of the game, and just be better. That's all.
Hey, Derek, just more specifically on Kyrie in that second quarter, you guys are down 31. First of all, what do you see from him as he scored, I think, 16 of your 25 to cut that in the half?
Kai being Kai, and it's not nothing new. We all seen it all year long, and he's been doing the same thing all year long, and we don't expect him to stop now.
And then secondly, Coach Kidd was saying that with Kawhi out, that they just play faster. Can you talk about the different challenge without him in there?
There's no different challenge. I mean, like you said, they just play faster, get up a lot more threes, get up a lot more shots. But no matter who's playing, we just got to lock into the tendencies and do what we got to do. It really don't matter who's on the floor for them. It just matters who's on the floor for us, our five, and we out there doing what we're supposed to do.
Derek, they pulled you during the game to do one of the in-between TV interviews, and you said that you knew that they weren't going to let you back in the game, so you guys had to fight to get back into the game. I know there's no moral victories, but what do you like about that fight, grit, and hustle that you guys showed tonight?
We just never give up. You're just going to keep fighting to the end. And like I said, it's just all 48. That's what it takes. It don't take 2 quarters, 3 quarters. It takes all 48, so just got to fight.
Derek, going into game 5, what needs to happen for y'all to bounce back and take that 3-2 lead?
Play like how we played from the second quarter on. Just be aggressive, whatever looks we got. Get downhill, put some pressure on the paint, and just be aggressive and not be timid. And lock up defensively. Like I said, it's just play all 48 and not just try to play the 1 half or play 3 quarters. We just got to knock it. We just got to lock in all 48.
Derek, as one of the anchors on the defensive end, you guys have played really well for the most part, but the Clippers were just knocking down threes. How do you think moving forward in this series, you guys can kind of contain those and everything?
Just getting closer. Just trying to make them drive the ball. Just make them put the ball on the floor and try to get to the rim and try to finish over our bigs. That's it.
On the possession where Paul George hits the fall-away 3 in the corner, I'm not sure you could have played him any closer, but
tough shot.
Yeah, can you take us through kind of how that play unwound?
He got the ball in the corner. I tried to jam him in the corner so they couldn't get up, and he made a move, stepped back, right back to the corner, hand the ball contested, and he just hit a good shot. It's a tough shot. Ain't much to say about it.
but when it's him, obviously, you're not surprised it goes in. That's kind of stuff he's done his whole career.
On me, hell yeah, I'm surprised. I played great defense, but I say he hit a tough shot. Hey, you gotta tip your hat, and he's gonna see him back in LA.
Coach was saying both games with Kawhi out and both games were early tips. Can you put a finger or put a pulse on why this team started slow in game 1 and now getting game 4?
Nah, I really don't know, but I mean, we're gonna watch film. We're gonna do whatever we gotta do to stop it. And nobody trying to start off the game slow, and especially not the way we did, and just dug ourselves a hole that we shouldn't have. And it's hard to fight out of those holes when you dig yourself such a hole. And we're gonna be good though. We just gotta lock in from the jump off.
Hey, Kendrick.
Yeah.
Isn't he the guy that needs to be to step up and be the third scorer? Is it him or is it PJ?
It's PJ. I don't think Derrick Jones Jr. He's got that kind of offensive capability. I mean, he can. I give him this. He's a better shooter. He's a better corner 3-point shooter than supposed to be the corner 3-point king. Josh Green. He can actually consistently make that shot, but I'm not counting on him to go have a 20-point night. I know we saw that in the first half of the season, but PT tending to lock in more on defense. So I don't think they is. But what I do expect him to do, like he said, he alliterated in his post game. He's got to be. We've got to be better defensively. We got to play 48 minutes. We just can't play in half or a quarter. These bad quarters are killing the Mavericks. They're literally killing the Mavericks. Shams alliterated too. This may be a series may be done if the Mavericks don't have these auspicious, horrible quarters where they can't score and they can't stop anybody, and they're down either in the high 20s or the low 30s at some point in this game. That is killing you. So we got to lock in on defense, on offense, but more important, they got to lock in on defense because offense comes and goes. Smart men say the offense comes and goes, but if your defense is locked in, you can at least keep the other team from not pulling away from you, and that's what happened today.
Defense, offense put people in the seats, but defense wins championships. I mean, if we're being completely honest, he reiterated a lot of what we were saying. He has to do better, and I'm glad that he pointed it out. It wasn't the tone of I don't think these players are looking at, yeah, we came back from 31, but we still lost the game. And he said it, okay, coming back from 31, we got to play better defense. And he was like, I got to play the better defense. The only thing he did say on that Paul George 3, he played some good defense, and it was great.
He did the best he could. He did the best he could. He did a falling away 3 in the crowd.
If you think about that possession, that was almost a turnover because the ball was about to go out of bounds. They locked it into the paint, and I don't know if Paul George touched it or he rolled off his knee or leg or something, but the ball was about to go out. Paul George runs to go get it. The possession looked busted. He goes in the corner, takes a rhythm dribble, and a fall away 3 going to his right, shooting back to his left from his right hand, and it switches. It pops nothing but net.
If Paul George doesn't hit that 3, we're talking about a different game.
Yeah, the Mavericks had a 1 point. Remember, Kyrie or somebody hit a 3 to give him the lead. If he doesn't hit that shot or he gets a turnover, the Mavs get the ball back with the lead and possibly something different. But that was a game-changing shot. It's good. It's great. It's better offense and better defense. But those are the breaks. If the ball rolls out of bounds before he gets to it, then maybe it's a different game.
Yeah. Also, Kendrick, did you see that video I sent you that on Twitter? It was a video of Paul George grabbing. I only sent it to Kendrick on Twitter. My bad, Walt. But it was a video.
I'm looking at something else.
It was a video of Paul George grabbing Kyrie's waist, and guess who the official right there who didn't call it?
Of course. Of course.
It's just.
Yeah, I see it.
And that was at the end of the game, where he missed that floater. where he missed
Yeah.
that floater after that 3-point shot.
Yeah, I mean, whatever. I mean,
Yeah,
But
and Coach Kidd had a good point too. They do need to start faster. For some reason, they keep wanting to start slow whenever Kawhi's out. But to the credit of why they start faster or why they start better with Kawhi on the floor is because the Clippers are slow. That's why. With Kawhi on the floor.
But let's put it into perspective. The Mavs could have opened this game up 10-0.
Could have.
Yeah, because the Clipper missed the first 4 or 5 shots. But the problem is the Mavericks missed the first 6 to 7 shots. And then the Clippers started hitting contested shots, and then the Mavericks still stuck in the mud. And then the Clippers were hitting crazy shot, and then it got out of hand, and then you're at where you at. At one point you're down 20, and then you're down 31, and then you got to sit up there, and it just you can't. The Mavericks have to start better. They really, even in the wins they had slow starts. Offensive, they got to start. They got to start better on offense. I don't know whether it's Luka struggles, Kyrie, or the other guys struggles not hit open shots, but I'm hoping I see the Mavs game 5 jump out on the Clippers at least double digits starting the first quarter.
I'm hoping that you get a offensive masterclass that we have not had in this series. You know, we've had games where we've hit 8 threes, 10 threes in the first half or something like that. Like the Clippers, we have not had a shooting night like the Clippers. The Clippers have had 2. We ain't had any. We haven't had one.
I just don't understand why. Okay, even if Luka's the thought process for him is if the game ain't working on the outside, why he just won't go play? What's your favorite Luka Kendrick?
They got floater Luka.
No, my favorite Luka is post up Luka. Post up Luka is the best Luka.
And here's the bad thing about it. Luka was getting down low easy tonight. Easy for this game, and he was passing out. It was in the first half where he would chunk the ball. Remember, it was one where he was underneath the goal, and he just chunked it back.
Chunked it out. Yep.
And he went backcourt.
And this is why I say post Luka is best Luka, because guess what? It's an old man game. If you ain't got the speed or the athleticism or say something, you got bad legs. The easiest offense to be on the post because you don't have to do much.
Right.
All you got to do is be big and strong. Be big and strong.
And he cooked anybody on that post. He cooked anybody.
Put your 250-pound ass on them and just ride them into the paint. Or if they W, you kick out for open 3, and then it's on you. It's on the guy with the open 3 to shoot the shot. And
I just don't understand why.
And that's the bad thing. Our teammates, the people ain't been hitting 3. This is the third consecutive game, fourth consecutive game where we started 0 for 10 from 3.
What is that shooting percentage on 3 this game? Shane?
This game, because they came alive in the second half when they started hitting 3s. But I'm gonna read you the 3-point percentage from each game this series.
Please do,
and you tell me, because this ain't Mavs ball. First game from 3, you were 30%, 10 to 33. Okay. Second game from 3, you were 14 of 33. A little bit better. Clippers only shot 8 of 30 that game. So
yeah, I remember that. Yeah.
Third game, which first game back at home, we still didn't have a good 3-point night. We were 10 of 29. Clippers are 9 of 35. And tonight, we were we were 11 of 33. We were 11 of 33.
So that's what, 33%? What was that? 33%?
Yeah, 33%.
So the Mavs have not shot over 35% at any point in this from 3 at any point in this series. Yeah.
No. You shot 1. This game 2. We were 42%.
Okay, that's the game. Yeah. Okay.
42%.
Right. We got Kyrie up next. Hashtag Skyrie or Flyery, whichever one you want to
hold on, Kendrick. You was even worse in the game that you won here at home. I lied. You were 9 of 35.
Oh God.
25%.
Jesus Christ. Building houses in the greater DFW era.
now you help build these shots now help building that new Dallas Wings area down there in downtown Dallas. They helping build the new Dallas Wings complex over there.
Oh, Jesus Christ, man.
Boy, every shot they take is just a brick removed from Reunion Tower that they about to knock down. God dog.
Yeah. You know what? Before you get to the interview, yeah, you're right. Bring on your boy. What's his name?
Tim Hardaway.
Tim Hardaway.
No, not Tim Hardaway. Klay Thompson. Yeah, I'm all for it.
Yeah, bring in
I'm
Clay.
all for it. You've convinced me.
Yeah.
Jesus freaking Christ.
It took Shannon to come over here and read the numbers for you to finally get it. All right, here goes Kyrie.
Go ahead, Kyrie.
Slow start to very similar to game one offensively. What went into that, and then what was your mindset about halfway through the second when you really went on the scoring run?
I mean, they started off the game hitting us in the mouth. They hit shots and took advantage of some of our rotations and got some open looks. Some of them were contested, but they got into a great rhythm in that first quarter. And when you give up 39 points in a playoff game and you're trying to come back, it's going to be difficult. So we knew from that point on we had to play almost perfect. We dug ourselves in a hole, so there was no time to complain about it or look to each other for any excuses. It was just time to get it going. Fell short, but this is kind of a consistent thing in this series so far in 2 games, where Kawhi doesn't play again, and then we're just, kind of dealing with the barrage of James Harden and Paul George getting off. And, so we obviously learned from the first time it happened, but I guess we need to go through it a second time as a team. And, don't mistake my laughter for taking it any lightly or anything less or serious. But, in a basketball game like this, it's tough to give a great team like that 39 points and disrupt their rhythm moving forward. So I feel like we did some good things moving forward, but we dug ourselves in a hole.
Hey, Kai, 2 questions. First, when they were up 31 in the second quarter, what was that spark moment feeling for you when you started to get on a roll?
No other choice but to hit back. And I felt like in that first quarter, we got some good looks, but our pace just wasn't matching theirs. And they forced us into some tough contested 2s and tough contested 3s. And I felt like we settled a little bit in that first quarter. We should have got to the free throw line a little bit more and attack some of their weaker defenders. But when you're down 31, especially in a playoff game at home, you have no other choice but to fight back. So I felt like we took some strides in a positive direction on that aspect of responding. But, again, when you give a team like this 39 points and you only score 16, it's going to be tough to get out of that hole.
And then with the slow starts, Coach Kidd pointed to the commonality from game 1 to today of the afternoon tip. What, if anything, do you see with that?
It could be a myriad of reasons. I mean, I respect his opinion. And, for us as players, we just got to respond, do better.
Kyrie, you mentioned that both times you guys had these slow starts. Kawhi is not playing. How much of a mental adjustment is that? Do you guys, need to figure out how not to kind of, relax a little bit? And then when he's not in the lineup, what do you think that does in terms of James's aggressiveness?
Yeah, when Kawhi's not in the lineup, you can see that almost they're different players to a certain degree. I don't want to disrespect their talent, but I think they play with a little bit more liberation, and they take a lot more tough shots. When Kawhi's out there, I think they're looking to be efficient. They're looking to get each other going a little bit more. But for the second straight game where Kawhi's not playing, we come out, and I don't think we were prepared for some of the shots that they wwere taking. These are some of the greatest players to play all time. And they know that their back is against the wall, down 2-1. So as me as one of the leaders of the team, I just got to do a better job of preparing our guys and just being honest and upfront with them about what these guys are going to look to do. And then we do our best to stop them. So the adjustments came, game 3, and then they made adjustments game 4. And I think, again, it just is a reflection of just our preparation when we come into games like this, where we know that they're just going to be playing, letting it lose almost. When I see PG take a head fake 3, step back, and it goes all net, I mean, that's he's having a heck of a night. And when he starts off that way, you got to kind of cool him down. And I don't think we did that enough tonight.
And obviously the slow starts, Luka tends to be dominant in the first quarter. That kind of tends to be his quarter, and you get more in the flow as the game goes on. Do you feel like you need to be more assertive early in these games?
I mean, I think I could be a better reader of the game. I'm always hypercritical of my game anyway. So to start off games like tonight, I kind of had the mentality just to come in a game to come to me. And I said it the other night, but I think the difference probably in the first quarter tonight was just their aggressiveness on my pick and rolls, and then also forcing me to go or funneling me to go to a certain area where there are a lot of guys and our spacing wasn't that great. So I was just making reads, and I didn't hit my first few shots in the first quarter, so no time to get down on myself and get down on my teammates. We just started off the first quarter. When you have 16 points, seems like it could be torture when you're out there and as a defender and you see them scoring 39 points. It could throw you off your game a little bit, and you start pressing. And that's one thing that I know is one of the bad habits of teams across the league is when you go down in a stretch, you start forcing shots, and then the league starts to explode a little bit. So I was just gearing up for what the rest of the quarters were going to bring, and I knew that eventually our conditioning would kind of outweigh where they were, which I think it did. We went up 2-1, and we had a chance to win the game. So that's all you can ask for, especially off of the slow start. So it's no excuses, but I definitely can be better as one of the leaders of the team to come out and make my imprint felt a little bit earlier and see where we end up the rest of the quarters.
Kai, speaking about being one of the leaders of the team, obviously, despite the loss, you came back from 31. What's kind of the message in the locker room going to LA and kind of that confidence meter of how you feel about this team moving forward?
I think the consistent message is we're in a series, and we're fully aware of who we're going against now. I think we know each other extremely well. We know each other's plays. We know each other's adjustments, and I think you're going to see a high-level chess match Game 5 in LA. I'm not thinking about stealing a game. I'm thinking about winning a game and finishing out the series. So that's just the focus right now. Pretty consistent.
Kyrie, I understand that when you're playing the game, you're focused on the game, not just one player. With Luka, he had a tough night shooting the ball. Was it just one of those nights for him, you think? Or do you think the injury maybe was playing a role in his struggles? Any thoughts on that?
Yeah, when I sat up here the other night, I told you guys that everybody's pretty much banged up. So, we don't have time to kind of look at each other and, ask if we're okay to a certain degree. We just got to be willing to put our bodies on the line. And if he's not good to go, then I'm sure he'll sit out. But knowing him and knowing his confidence level and knowing how well he knows the Clippers, I know he wants to play well. And I know he wants to make a bigger impact than what he's doing now, even though he's almost averaging a triple-double for the series. But we're always critical of him, and I think he's always critical of himself. So he's a young kid in the playoffs going against a team that beat him twice. So there's a little bit of a mental fatigue there as well. But I think this is what makes the beauty of sports come together. We have another opportunity on Wednesday to be in LA and be better. So hopefully these next 2 days will be good to him. And I know they'll be good to him. And we'll be all right. We'll be ready for Wednesday's game.
Kyrie, obviously the first 3 games were pretty physical, and then tonight they were calling it pretty tight there in the first quarter. I guess, how do you adjust to how the game's being called, especially midway through a series?
Yeah, refs are human too. I'm not trying to sit up here and be critical of them either. It's a players' league. We got to be able to adjust to what's going on out there. But we knew with this officiating crew, they've been in a few playoff games, but they were going to call a little tighter. They knew how competitive and physical the series has been already. So I think you saw it in the first 6 minutes how they were going to be calling it. Clippers got to the free throw line. They got their rhythm going. So I think that helped on their end of just, relying on the officials. For us, we just got to continue to do the right things and be willing to lock into the little details that matter. I think that's where our focus should be, and it'll be beneficial for all of us.
Sounds like shots at Tony Brothers.
I want to throw that out there.
Yeah.
It's human too.
Yeah, man. You know what? he's becoming one of my best interviewers because he
He's
kind of
becoming
reminds
one of my favorite
he,
players.
because he reminds me of Dirk. He's brutally honest. He's gonna tell you, even to the fact that he basically said, "Nah, I don't know what coach is talking about. The hell with that." But I like what he said about we got to be what he said about the 2:30 starts, which coach said that doesn't make it different. The hell with that. We're coming out here playing like ass, and we got to do better no matter what the damn time is. Times
you can say that, but I mean, if you look at the Mavericks track record at 2:30,
it don't matter. It don't matter. It don't matter. It don't matter. The starts are the starts. Guess what? You can say you can give an excuse when it was in LA when it basically was a 12:30 tip. You can't get an excuse. It was a 2:30 tip. It's on your clock. You live here, so there's no
when
sense
they play
that
at 12 o'clock.
Yeah. In LA it was 2:30. I mean it was 12:30 tip in LA last.
Oh
Sunday.
yeah, it was 2:30 our turn. 12.
It was 2:30 here. You on your time zone, so you should be used to the Clippers. Clippers had no problem with the different time zones outplaying your mind. The second when he said, he said about us playing, the team playing, having accountable for themselves, and he was right. You gotta be accountable. And the third, which was kind of crazy, what he said. Listen, man, about Lucas said, listen, everybody's injured, everybody's banged up. That if you gonna come out there, and basically say you're gonna come out there and play. You go ahead and play. If you ain't, go sit.
I kept saying that.
Everybody's dealing with something, but the fact of the matter, the thing is, the Mavericks gonna play till Wednesday, so we're gonna have a couple of days off. Tomorrow, I guess they're gonna fly into LA, treat it like a rest day, do your little film study, shoot around on Tuesday, and get ready for Wednesday. Because you gotta since you're going to different cities, you got 2 days off and stuff like that.
If I was them, I fly out tonight.
That's good enough. But the fact of the matter is, he like we said, like Shams, we all been alliterated to it. You can't you can't go down. He said you can't go down 39-6. You can't go up 39 points in the first quarter, 30-16, down 31, and think everything has to go perfectly for you to win that game. And like I said, he said, he just said it. Even without Kawhi, those are Hall of Famers on their team. Those. It ain't like they don't have nobody. James Harden led a team, Houston Rockets to the Western Conference Finals. Just him on the team, a couple of years in a row. The same thing with Paul George in the Indiana Pacers. He led his team get on the team. Only reason he didn't make the finals was because LeBron James, Dwayne Wade, and Chris Bosh. Remember that Indiana Pacers team, he kept leaving to the Eastern Conference Finals against. So those are Hall of Famers. Those are big time players. So even without Kawhi, that's still a damn good team, and you have to treat them as such. You can't sit up there and think, well, Kawhi is out, so we're good. No, you're not good. You have to maintain. We talked about to maintain the right perception of what you're supposed to be doing, and if you don't, you will get embarrassed.
Well, yeah, you're right, and even Kyrie alluded to what I keep saying. Paul George hit that shot. That was a tough one. That was kind of a dagger a little bit. But
he's
no
good.
matter what happens, the main point that you and Shams have made all night, you can't go down 30. You can't go down 30 to a team like that. That's no matter who was in the final lineup, no matter Paul George hit the final shot or what. That's what lost them the game today. They got beat up by 30 points in the first quarter.
At home. That's still shocking. Now you can see getting blown out on the road. I take the first game getting blown out. It's you're on the road. It's the Ambulance, their crowd, but you got the crowd. I mean, it's not a Laker game where it's not like it's not like the game one with the Knicks and the 76ers where it's basically a tournament game where half the crowd in the Knicks. You got 70 to 80% of the crowd. There's no reason you should come out flat getting just 30 ball at home. There's no excuse for that.
Especially after a big win you had on Friday night.
It's like, and listen, Shams, he just admitted to it. Once again, they saw Kawhi out again, and they said, Kawhi's out, so and he said you can't think like that. They still got Hall of Famers out on there. Just because Kawhi Leonard's out, in fact, they play better with him out because they play freer. They can shoot the ball. They play quicker. They don't have to designate hey, you got to give Kawhi his shots because he's the quote number one on the team.
Ooh, boy, Bobby Porter swung off on that youngster.
Yeah, guys.
He may be done for game 5 too.
Before we get out of here, real quick, this from Paul George on Kawhi Leonard being out game 4. I don't know how many times we got to say it. Regardless of who's playing, who's not playing, I've got to be aggressive. We feel good with where we at, with who we have. Oh,
yeah.
Ooh.
No, and that's listen. I know what you're saying. You think that's not a shot fired. They listen. They've had to do for the last. You said it yourself, Walt. For the last 4 years, they've had to play in the playoffs or play a lot of games in the regular season without Kawhi Leonard. So they're used to it. It's not a shot. He don't play.
It's not. It's a shot. You can. What I say earlier. You could tell he's tired of going. He's tired. When you were talking about his contract situation, I was like, you could tell that he's tired of going through this.
Yeah. So
he's fed up with it.
He's probably free of playing with him because listen, at Indiana he was the number one. We like to talk about pandemic P, and it was a real thing in the bubble, but he was the number one on the Indiana Pacers team that went to the Eastern Conference Finals. Just illustrated on it. They took the Heat to 6 and 7 games. He's that good of a damn player. He's a good player. Trust me. I love to have him on this basketball team.
Yeah. Real quick, Walt, you should text J-Ho and tell him sad he had to watch that up close and personal on his birthday.
Hey,
he should go ask Jason Kidd. I would love it if he was on this show. He should go ask Jason Kidd. I would love to ask Josh right now. What do you think you would have done in that situation? Because
he wouldn't have got his ass abused like Josh Green did. I'll tell you that right now.
No, I'm talking about as a coach. What do you think he would have done this quarter? I know Josh Howard. Josh Howard wouldn't have allowed that. He would have pushed somebody a little hard foul somewhere. This is when you should have put in Markieff Morris or somebody to get a
when
little.
When you're down 31, you should put Markieff. Say, hey, go knock the hell out of somebody.
Go knock out somebody. Yeah.
Touch him up. Get to touch him up. So, do we know the next time they play? Is it Wednesday?
They play on Wednesday. They play Wednesday at what?
Wednesday at 9 o'clock.
Oh, fuck! Jesus Christ!
No, that's a good thing. The Mavs need that time off. So, because if Lucas needs as bad as they say, give him that time off. He needs much time.
They'll play Wednesday at 9, and then Friday here at 8. Oh, that's a late game. 8:30 on Friday night.
That means we're gonna be until 1 o'clock in the morning on Wednesday. At least we get 2 days off.
That could be an elimination game. Mavs will be wearing their black unis, so they could be going dressing up for their own funeral, depending on how game 5 goes.
All right, so we'll be back Wednesday late night. God dang it, gonna be up till 2 o'clock, 1 or 2 o'clock on.
Now y'all gonna be up. Y'all ain't gonna catch me on post game show on that night.
What?
I did 3 weeks in a row post game show.
What? So you load managing now?
Hold up, bro.
You load managing now,
bro. What's up with that? Oh, now you don't want. Okay.
What are we doing?
Y'all don't have to be up at 6. Well, now Kendrick, I lied. You gotta be up. You right. All right. I will be on Wednesday. I probably won't. I'll hit pregame too. I'll hit pregame. I'll be on all 3. You right.
I'm about to say that. Don't come in here with that. I got to be up at 6. I got to be up at 4. While you still in the bed, I'm up running. What you talking about?
I'll be
on.
How
dare you, Sam? Somebody might.
You better get your baby sis behind up for game 5.
And I have to be up at like 6 or 7.
And I don't have practice on Wednesday, so we're good.
I need some.
About Thursday?
Thursday I have practice. I have practice Tuesdays and Thursdays.
Well, this is Wednesday going into Thursday, so you might not need to do the show.
I need somebody to practice.
But Friday we got a problem because we start our tournament Friday, so hopefully I'm supposed to be at the game on Friday night. So either I'm gonna be picking the coach it, or I'm gonna go into the Mavs game.
Well, you could be there for the last time. Wait,
Hey, Sam, flip a coin. All I can tell you, flip a coin.
I know. With our,
Yeah, flip a
hopefully our
coin on
game
that
is at like 6, and I can leave our game and go straight to the arena. But it's in Fort
Yeah,
Worth.
you might just miss the first quarter.
Yeah, we're
Hey,
gonna
Walt.
figure something out.
Hey, Walt.
Hey, at least by the time you get there, it won't be no line to get in. You just walk right on in, show your stuff, and get right on in there. So you might.
Hey, Walt. I got my song. So I got my farewell speech already ready on game. Hey, Mavs fans, it's been a great season. Want to thank Shams. I want to thank our sister Shams. So wise. my partner in crime, Walt
Mavs should
Chisholm.
be ashamed of themselves. They already got people. Mavs should be ashamed of themselves losing this game like this. I already got people thinking they farewells.
Yeah, they got people right next
you know
to
that. You know that whole thank you MFL.
Yeah.
MFL post that the Dallas Mavs do. They got
Yeah,
that
they
already
already
in the
getting
draft.
They typing it
It's
down
already
now
in
as
the
we
draft.
speak.
I'm already giving us our farewell speech on Friday, man. Don't prove me wrong.
Yeah,
Don't
word on
prove
the
me
street.
right.
Word on the street is Dirk getting the crew ready to come take that statue down the moment they lose that game on Friday. Said now,
No,
not
Dirk the big
a lot of fans going home, but the statue going home with him too. So you won't you
Dirk
just
the
have
big
Mike
something-
McDonald up there by himself.
I'm gonna go cook some dinner and relax the rest of this night.
Yeah. All right, man. So we'll
Yeah,
be back
man.
Wednesday at 9:00 until then. Keep your feet on
Thank
the
you.
ground. Keep reaching for the stars. Always do his best for business. If we don't see you around, then we will see you around Wednesday at 9:00.
Yeah, it looked like there was a cup going on in Sham's room. But I don't